Over the years, TikTok been taking over the world. I'm talking about this the biggest app today. And it was only a matter of time before it started to influence the rap game. Or just music game in general. And the influence it brought onto the music game was crazy. But with the way that app was made, it wasn't gonna end well. TikTok is an app to ruin people's attention spans. That's basically the whole point of the app. You look at a video, you swipe, no thought into it, you never think about the video again. And when blowing up on the app, more likely than not, meant people was gonna look at you in the same way, resulting in some of the craziest fall offs in recent times. Let's find out the damage that TikTok really did to some of these artists. I mean, just look at the rapper CJ, who dropped one of the biggest drill songs in years. I'm talking about this song was on every side of the internet, and the craziest part about it was this was his first drill song.
Well, a lot of people don't know this, but Whoopty was my first drill beat that I ever recorded on. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of just like a tester, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got in the booth and I heard the beat and I was just like, yo, like this shit is hard. Like, let me see what I could do with this. And it happened to be Whoopty.
And you know, the second this Whoopty song dropped and went viral, he was getting so much criticism off rip. People was looking at him like he was a clone of all these other drill rappers. I'm talking about, it's whole articles where they just cooking, bro, calling him a clone. Like one for Pitchfork named New York drill rapper CJ is nothing but a shameless ripoff. Had this to say about it. The Beats Bollywood sample was used to better effect on Metro 600 and King Von's 2019 track Expose Him. And the raps are Borderline 22G's Karaoke, another drill artist. CJ don't have anything to say or know a fresh way to say it. The discussion of originality has always been attached to the New York drill music. We're only about 4 years removed from the days when it was strictly considered a diluted version of Chicago style, or when Pop Smoke was accused of ripping off another artist, Chef G. But Pop was eventually able to put his own spin on a sub-genre of sound. I don't believe CJ ever will. The CJ experiment appears to be nothing more than a cash grab backed by a unholy combination of New York rap royalties, Spotify playlists, TikTok, and major labels desperate to find their next big hit. Like, bro, I don't know what he did to Pitchfork, but they do not like bro at all. But to make it all worse, people looked into his life some more and they found out something real crucial. Something the world hate when it comes to these rappers or just artists in general. His uncle is James Cruz, and his uncle ain't no random. He got some real deep ties into the music industry. At one point, he was the president of Bad Boy Records, and it was looking like if CJ wanted to do music, he was gonna be in this music industry. And when the world found out about who his uncle was, the internet was coming there, bro. I'm talking about, it was so crazy. His uncle even responded to everything.
But CJ not only was trained, but he trained himself too. So give that boy credit. And I'm not sitting here, I did not break CJ. Nobody could say they broke CJ. All them plaques that have been given out that didn't deserve to be given out to people that had nothing to do with CJ, enjoy those plaques. Because CJ was the one that got behind that booth in front of that mic, spit that verse, and CJ was the one who put in all the work. But more than anything, man, shout to CJ for being that incredible young man, because he got a long way to go. This is just the beginning. But let me ask you a question, Prez. If you were an artist and you had access to somebody like me, wouldn't that be a blessing? Wouldn't any artist on the face of the earth love to have that?
Now, his uncle did play a real big part in CJ getting a record deal and getting him surrounded with all these artists, French Montana, Rick Ross, really all these big artists. But at the same time, just because a person got a family member with money or in the industry don't necessarily mean they finna get put on. Imagine how many people out there with family members rich as hell, but they still struggling. So take that how you will. But the hits kept coming at CJ.
Yeah, this your boy, Brim Johnson. So I'm gonna take a moment to set the record straight for y'all. I see there's a lot of controversy over this Whoopty thing. So first and foremost, CJ made a hot song, but the content that he used is not his content. So his foundation is based off a lie. He's not Whoopty. He don't know nothing about Whoopty. He just seen a fly splash and he jacked it, which is a smart move. But in life, you gotta show respect and you can't live a lie. You need to fall back with that and get in your place and find your own content, because you got a little tight delivery. I heard your song, but make your content truthful. Don't speak lies. When you living off a lie, ain't no foundation there. So all that shit you speaking in them songs, they got some boys in the street, not my team, just speaking in general, that's really gonna save you about that mess. And I told you, that's the allegations of my whole lifestyle, my whole vibe, that I'm in jail fighting for. So, you gotta really get it together, shorty, but...
Basically, CJ was getting accused of being a fake blood. In the Whoopty music video, he had a red flag on, and the word Whoopty itself got ties to Bloods.
Whoopty was founded by my brother, Brim, right?
What is Whoopty?
Whoopty is, right, it's a word that a gang uses. You know,
It's a blood thing.
it's a blood thing.
But CJ responded to all that basically on some I don't own the word, like shout out to whoever originally made it. But thank 1111 for this little piece of information right here. After CJ said what he said about not owning the word and not really caring too much about it, this nigga turns around and tries to copyright the whole word.
You understand? This is my only way for me to get your attention, my boy. Like, so I'm letting you know that, boy. Like, for real. You have to uncopyright that Whoopty. You stepped out of bounds when you copyrighted Whoopty. Like you did bad. You did bad. And you know you did bad. You know you ain't never put on for this shit. You ain't never put on for the check. How the f you copyright Whoopty when you ain't never put on for this check, nigga? And you got that did 1,000, yo, bro. Them did 1,000 years for this shit. Are you dumb? I'ma die for this shit, homeboy. Are you stupid? It's not about a bag no more. Your bag, nigga. We don't care about your bag no more. We all get our own bag.
And then after everything, people just started looking at him like he was a fake blood and an industry plant at the same time. Other rappers even started coming in. Most notable 22 G's.
Yeah, reached out to me. Either he wanted to jump on the record or he wanted to do a new record. You know, he wanted to work. And at the time, you gotta remember, like, I'm the hottest thing moving. Like, you know, not to be on some cocky shit, but I'm the hottest thing moving. So people were reaching out left and right. You know, my Instagram is on fire, my messages are on fire. So I didn't get to see his message until later on. So he felt like I ignored him. He took that and ran with it and started dissing me.
But it ain't just stop at 22 G's. I'm talking about it was all kind of rappers snapping on.
If you think that the Groupie record that I recorded before you dropped Groupie, that I'm coming at you, right? Hold on. You know my body, CJ. You know I don't, you know what I jack and what I don't jack.
But we seen each other, bro. You ain't
We
say
seen
none
each
of that.
other win, nigga. Listen, I saw you at the 50 event and I did what? What? What?
You dapped me.
Why wouldn't I? That's how you support when they coming up.
So you
If I would have knew you said that about me then, I would have smacked you.
You dap me in person and then go on the internet and make it seem like it's something else?
And really, this was hurting his career so much before it even got started for real. He had this hit to him, but it was just so much controversy on top of that. Firstly, it was him not being able to drop music consistently that people cared about. Like he dropped the EP after Whoopty that people did not care about. But at the same time, he had some Latino songs go crazy. But what probably hurt his career more than anything was him taking a year off. Understand this. He was barely in the game for a year yet. He barely had a fan base. And he decided to take a whole year off. He said this: I took a year off to raise my son and be a father. To me, that's gangster. A man who provides, protects, and sacrifices for a family is gangster. Now look, I can't understand wanting to focus on your kid, but at the same time, you got a whole career that wasn't fully developed. So him taking this whole year off really killed the whole motion he had going on at that time. And it's just been so many other artists going through this, like SoFaygo, for example. This man has so much potential, but it all went out the window. Let's go back a few years, 2020 to be exact. At this time, Faygo had been building a fan base for some years at this point. He had some real iconic beefs, had some SoundCloud songs that people loved. It was looking like he was finna go crazy. But what really put him on the map would be his song, Knock Knock. This came out in 2020 on his tape, Angelic said, but the way this song came together was crazy.
But Knock Knock, when I first dropped Knock Knock, it actually had like amazing potential, but it just didn't reach that potential until like a year later. So it's just like amazing to like see what's going on now with the song, just, you know what I'm saying? Cause like we always had faith in Knock Knock, but like now it's like really his time.
Remember what I said, he had been coming up for a while, building natural connections with rappers, and the rapper he was cooking up with was Tekka. They had been tapped in for a minute, and all throughout SoFaygo's career, Tekka would always give him beats, produce beats. If you listen to a Faygo song, more likely than not, you was gonna hear I Love You, Tekka, as the producer. And so Tekka was just giving the beats. And one of the beats Tekka passed to, bro, was the Knock Knock beat. And for a minute, the song was just there. Faygo kept dropping music, and eventually, my favorite project of his came out right before 2021. After, and this was really like the turning point in his career, because this had streamers reacted to it. It was getting clicks on SoundCloud. It was really going crazy. But when Faygo would really get put on is when TikTok started picking up on this song, Knock Knock. It was going viral on there every day. Every part of the music game was listening to him. And at this time, he wasn't even signed or nothing. So all these eyes coming at him meant deals was gonna come, meaning people was gonna work with, including one artist we know too well, Travis Scott. But what Faygo ain't know was Travis Scott was finna ruin his career. Around this time, we seen Travis publicly listening to Faygo, hinting that he was gonna sign him, but we really found out one day when out the blue, Faygo tweeted at Cactus, confirming what we all knew. He signed to Travis Scott. and underground was going crazy. TikTok had changed another artist's life. But it was a problem. For a minute, he ain't dropped no songs, singles, or anything. He was just there under Cactus Jack. He featured every now and then, Don Toliver, underground artists, wherever. Nothing really was coming. He dropped one single. All we got from this whole year was just one solo single from Faygo, and that was it. But it's more serious than what it seems. In the middle of SoFaygo 2020 run, y'all know what Travis Scott got into. He was in the middle of marketing his Utopia album, but at his Astroworld Festival, everything fell apart. People ended up passing away in one of, if not the worst tragedy in the whole concert scene. And this situation wasn't just gonna affect Travis Scott, it was gonna affect everyone around him, everyone on this label, including SoFaygo. Pretty much everything his artist had going on at the time got put on pause. If SoFaygo was finna drop around that time, it was on pause. Everything was just on pause for a real long time. But Faygo fans was just hungry. They wanted something from Faygo, but without him feeding them, there was nothing for them to hold on to. So they started to move on from Faygo. They started to forget about him. People started listening to other people, all these different underground artists coming up at the time, and fans had so many options to turn to. So time going on, he getting forgot about, but he was a freshman during the year 2022. But that ain't help too much. People were still hungry. People still wanted actual music. And eventually, during the summer of 2022, he dropped his EP, Before P. And when that dropped, people was like, this is mid. Ain't no way we just waited 2 years for this. Ain't no way you ain't dropped since 2020. Nigga, we in 2022 and you give us this. But you know, people was still having a little bit of hope, right? They're like, this nigga signed to Travis Scott. And people had it in their minds that Travis was gonna have a song on Pink Heart's Faygo album. No, that never came. His next album finally came out, dropped 2 years after his previous project and 1 year after he signed. And it was stacked from features. Artists all around the game, Uzi, Ken Carson, Gunna, I could keep going, but it was one feature missing. One real important feature. The feature everybody was looking forward to, Travis Scott. Now let's compare Faygo to another artist of his, Don Toliver. On Don Toliver's first tape on the Cactus Jack, he had a Travis feat while SoFaygo did it. But what really hurt Faygo more than anything was this tape didn't chart. Once again, people looked at it like it was me. And me personally, I do think that album was a downgrade from his After Me EP. But like I said, that album didn't even chart. I'm talking about less than 7,000 copies. And this ain't no little weak album. This had features from some of the biggest names in the game. So Faygo was hurting career-wise at this time. And the internet was just clowning him. People thought his career was cooked for a minute. The album was just riding, and like I said in my other video, he learned from this mistake. He learned from the mistake of taking a break this long. And not too long after dropping his album, he came out with another EP that fans did appreciate, but didn't have too much commercial success. Once again, not charting. Then on top of all that, rumors came out about people thinking he got dropped by Cactus Jack. And I'm talking about everybody talking about the situation, giving SoFaygo more bad looks in the media. And so after this tape, he was still doing bad commercially, but people was still having hope because Utopia was coming out soon. There was so much buzz around the idea that people was interviewing Faygo, asking him if he was gonna be on Utopia. But Utopia came, and no one from Travis' label was on the album. Not Don Toliver, not SoFaygo, not Sheck West. No one. Sheck West had a verse on the original version of Fiend, but it didn't make it to the actual project. This was one of the biggest albums in years, and it would have been a perfect opportunity to put SoFaygo back on the map. The way it's looking right now, who knows how his career finna go? Maybe he got a hand in the vault, maybe he don't. Maybe he make his career do a complete 360. We don't know, only time will tell. But one thing time did tell us what happened to Pop Hunna some years back. If you remember, he was the one who made that Corvette song. And what happened to bro is crazy. So let's go back a minute. 2020, really prime TikTok time. Hot new song out, Corvette, and the whole world dancing to it. The whole world loving it. I'm talking about over 26 million videos using the song. His dance was everywhere. The song was on the radio. It was tough. Then on top of everything, the music was decent. I remember I used to play the EP he dropped around this time a lot. Then him and Uzi dropped the music. It was looking good. It was looking like it was a new artist out here until everything fell apart. Something from his past came up. So story time. Years ago, 2015, a young boy named DJ ended up passing away, right? But the whole situation was crazy. So around this time, DJ was out and it was a group of girls fighting and he wanted to break it up. So he pulled out a fake BB gun to get everybody out the way, but it was a problem. One of the people was scared. I mean, think about it. Nigga just walked up while they was fighting and pulled what they thought was a real gun. So someone from the crowd got scared, went home, and they go tell their brother. And so the big brother mad as hell. He like, ain't no way somebody just pulled a gun out of my brother. And so he like, all right, let me go talk to dude. He get in the street and he find DJ, who still had the fake BB gun on him, and he confront him and they get to arguing, bro. Remember, DJ had that BB gun on him, so he lift his shirt up acting like he got that thing on. So the big brother not being dumb, he walk off, but he was feeling some type of way about the situation. He ain't like how that little situation with DJ just went down. So he dipped, go to Pop Hunna house, and they get to talking. He tell him everything and how it went down. And the big brother was just like, I'm trying to fight DJ. DJ got me pissed off, so we got a heat. So next day come around, Pop and the big brother, they out looking for him. They ready for this fight to go down, but they couldn't find him. He wasn't out. So Pop and the big brother see everybody just posted up on the corner talking, and they go there too. Everybody just cooling. But as time went on and they up there talking, you can guess who pulls up. DJ. But it was a problem. What DJ did to the big brother had got around. And so now the whole block looking at DJ kind of crazy, because at this point everybody thinking he really pulled out a real gun on all these people. So one of the big brother homies had heard about it and he was mad. When he seen DJ, he took the initiative, and this when all hell broke loose. When the big homie seen DJ, Pop Hunna was trying to hold him back. Pop Hunna must have knew this nigga was crazy in the head and was gonna do something he was gonna regret, but he couldn't hold him back. Big brother homeboy ran up on DJ and they get to scrapping. They start fighting. And DJ fall on the ground and he tried to reach for the BB gun. And so when the big homie seen DJ reach for the BB gun, he pulled his shit out. DJ tried to run, but it was too late. He shot DJ in the back of the head. One shot in front of everybody, in front of the whole block, including Pop Hunna and Pop Hunna mama. People from all around the neighborhood pretty much just watched this little boy die in front of them. But I really want you to sit and think about it. At 14 years old, Pop seen the kid his age die in front of him. And at this time, he wasn't no street dude. He was just 14, no legal knowledge, no really street knowledge, nothing. He's probably just scared as hell. He traumatized. He just seen somebody die.
Ain't no kid supposed to go through no shit like that, bro. I seen some that a kid wasn't supposed to see. And then, bro, I gotta live with that. Like, bro, that's gonna always be in my mind. Bro, I have to live with that shit.
And Pop said the way 12 was moving at this time was crazy. So the situation went down and the cops was really just trying to figure out what happened. And all they knew was Pop was around. They knew he had some insight on what really went down. And when they found him, they was using some real crazy scare tactics on him. And you gotta remember, he 14 years old.
When they came and grabbed me and shit, like, they lied and said that they got consent from my mom to talk to me. No, for real, they didn't get no consent from my mom to even say anything to me. They would say shit to me like, oh, if you don't tell us what happened, we're gonna lock you and your mom up, bossy. Like, it was really saying this to a 14-year-old trying to get information. Like,
and you know, with him saying what he said to the cops basically meant there was gonna be paperwork under his name. And him speaking to the cops became a ticking time bomb. Time come around and when he blow up and everybody liking him. He tuned in with all these rappers, and you know, internet started to do what they do best. They started looking into his past, and when they looked into Pop's past, they found everything. His career ended the exact moment this situation got found out about. Out of nowhere, Uzi started deleting everything relating him to Pop Hunna. And at the same time, this paperwork came out showing what Pop Hunna said to 12 back when he was 14 years old. Pop came out saying it wasn't real, but the damage was done. This was a new artist in the game. He don't got no core, he don't got no fan base, he don't got no hold in here. So the world seen this paperwork come out about him, and he was cooked. I'm talking about Uzi in his DMs telling him take every song down. Uzi hit him and said, look bro, you gotta take me off the EP. I can't accept what you did. Pop said, come on, big bro. Everybody's starting to hate me because I was just being loyal. I did what I had to do. I can't even get no features from no more artists because of this. Uzi said, sorry little bro, I just can't respect you for what you did. And after this, all the Uzi songs got took down. If you go look at the EP, you can't even listen to it. And them songs was hard. I'm talking about I was listening to them songs every day. But after this, the world just coming at him. All these rappers shitting on him. He was pretty much blackballed overnight. But as everything's going down, something real corny happened. So remember the EP I was talking about? Well, it was more than just Uzi on there. Tootsie was on there as well. But the thing about Tootsie, he ain't really do too much when the snitching allegations came out. He didn't do as much as Uzi did. He let the song stay up. And there was a rapper who came out having a problem with how Tootsie was moving for some reason. Trippy Red. There's everything going down. He gonna hit Tootsie up talking about, you know you did a song with a snitch, right? You working with a snitch. Why you working with this snitch? Tootsie was basically feeling like, why? You was a grown man. Is you worried about what another grown man doing? Why'd you worry about what I'm doing? Why you worried about who I'm working with? Why do that concern you?
I had a rap nigga text me and say, you know you did a song with a snitch, right? You know, all right, cool, that's whatever it is, what it is. So song already done, right? Why the fuck do you be so worried about other people's business? Like, that's the most straight to me that a could have, like, just to be in other people's business. That's some ass to me, like, real talk. Then a nigga gonna text me and say, my fault, you just such a street nigga, I thought that you, like, gang, like, real talk. We don't even know each other. Like, for all you know, gang, I could be a snitch too. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you niggas be living up to these fake ass personas and fake ass gimmicks. Y'all be around snitches every day. Y'all never know it.
Shit, Trippy Red text me, and I don't give a saying name because I don't. When I let that be known, that's a fact. Trippy Red text me today, said, yo, you know that video that you just posted, dude, a rat, right?
And the whole beef between the two sparked up because of Pop Hunna. But as time went on, Pop Hunna started to slowly fade away. He never dropped another hit, and he was really going through. Really think about it. He ain't had nothing to do with the situation. He was 14. They was putting it in his head that him and his mama was gonna go to jail. He was traumatized from the experience. He had the whole game blackballing him. He had every single rapper you could think of turn their back on. But the thing that make it all worse, the dude was probably going to jail either way. Whether Pop spoke or not, he did it in front of a crowd of people. They was gonna find out what happened. But time goes on, the situation starting to affect Pop Hunna mental health more and more. And it was to the point where he was online hurt, talking about he was on there saying, I'm 20 years old with no purpose in life. And how he was ready for Allah to come and get him, and he was ready to go home. And then his management came out saying that you should always care and make sure everybody around you okay when it comes to harming thoughts. It was bad. But right after he had them bad thoughts and them rough patches, you were probably thinking they can't get no worse, right? Nah, bro, why? A month or two ago, he on IG Live with a girl, and she tried to set him up.
Why did you drop my location to somebody?
Why would I drop your location to somebody? Like, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Why would I drop my location? Why would I drop your location to anybody?
What's that then?
What's what?
Bro, I just seen your phone, bro.
What are you talking about?
You just told somebody to come grab you or something?
No.
No, bro, you gotta go. Bro, I'm not bidding, bro. Bro, can you get out, bro? Go ahead. I'm dead serious, bro. Bro, I'm not bidding, bro. Yo, you really just dropped my low, bro? You dead ass?
Yeah, wasn't I just
What's up with you?
Wasn't I just coming here to drop something off and leave anyway? That was my ride. What are you talking about?
Out of all these artists, me personally, I gotta say Pop Hunna had it the worst. He was just hit after hit after hit. Like, it wasn't people just not liking his music or saying he fell off. It was people not liking him as a person. I hope all these artists do bounce back and use what these people went through as a lesson. Kind of like my other video where Boom used his own past as a lesson and changed his whole life around. And that video is on screen right now.